gather around, folks. Let me tell you a tale about politicians and their promises that always seem to fail.
How dare you?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Top of the time zone. I'm Alan C. You're with Johnnie J in the house, here on the Innervision FM universe. You're not going to want to miss today's podcast. Brought to you by Colorado Art Relief Fund, Eeny Meeny Grants, Bonefields Foundation, Chinook Foundation, Christian Brothers Moving Company, based in the great state of Texas, Englewood, Colorado, and Phoenix, Arizona. Also, Richard Damiano of the Littleton Eye Clinic. Stay with us.
Oh my God.
That's who we love, and that's who we serve.
It's running out? Yeah. Hi, everybody. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown. I tell you, this business is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown saying stay with it and hit it. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel good.
Yeah. I mean,
Happy Hump Day, everybody, in the Innervision FM universe. Today is Wednesday, September 27th, 2023. We're almost done with the year, buddies.
Yeah, we took a couple of days off to get some other stuff in order. And man, it's been interesting. Well, it shouldn't have. Yeah, I don't know. You never see this, but I know someone that they were saying like, well, none of my friends want to talk to me or something like that. But it's long. I don't know. Do you guys like to have long conversations, or just like they're okay for sometimes, but not all the time?
I talk to my friends.
Subject.
Yeah, it depends on the subject.
And
Yeah, yeah.
Some friends you can talk to for days and you never
Heck
get
yeah,
tired.
bro.
Yeah, but
And then others like, yeah, okay, bye.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Get out of here.
I feel sad because I mean I find it interesting, but she says everybody thinks I'm crazy because I like to talk about this and everything she's saying is spot on, but like she's just around a bunch of blue people, blue state people, and their head is stuck in CNN, so everything she's saying is not making any sense to her to them because they don't try to find out like the two sides of the story. So it's kind of weird.
Speaking of that kind of thing, we got YouTube and we got what is that thing called? The JCPA, JCMA, I don't know, some new thing they got coming up to make sure that our content is valid, relevant, all kinds of neat things. So we're just going to talk about SoundCloud today, and we're going to talk a little bit about how to get your music promoted. We're going to cover how to optimize Google searches. We're going to talk a little bit about getting your presence out there via pictures. We're going to talk about a whole lot more. So stick with us. You're not going to want to miss today's podcast.
Yeah, and this is going to be like a two-parter because I was kind of figuring out which one should I do first, but I'm thinking like this one should be first because once you get the eyes on you, you want to be able to then you want to monetize it afterwards. So, but I've been looking at SoundCloud, and it's like it's just my new toy for now. Yeah,
they've been around for a number of years, and a lot of people have used them to great success. So we're gonna kind of concentrate on SoundCloud for this broadcast. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with the pictures?
Yeah.
Presents and out there?
Yeah, because I got them like numbered, which you didn't get that one because if you guys, well, for the guys who sign up for the Zoom, and I think I put it on the Facebook platform. I think I put the whole thing there, and then I put the whole thing on YouTube. Some of them I just put like the header like picture : and not really go into the details. But they have this thing called the avatar. I don't know why they give these pictures new names. So I'm kind of thinking, what's the difference between an avatar and just taking a picture?
You know,
Is
I've
it-
always wondered that.
Avatar is a more of a caricature.
Oh, so
Ah.
basically it's not a it's a representation of a person or
It can be, but avatars are, it's not really you.
Or is it how you
It's
can,
like a
it-
representation of you.
Is-
Like you go to a fair, street fair, or whatever, and somebody draws a picture of you, all
Oh,
distorted
yeah,
and
okay.
stuff. That's a caricature, and that's what these avatars are. They're a
Yeah.
caricature.
and then you
Interesting.
you
So,
Necessarily have to be a human form.
oh, wow.
and is that what they do on Facebook, where you can go through a filter and change your look, and then Put that
I
up?
don't know about Facebook.
well, yeah,
Like
they-
a band.
yeah.
Yeah, they have a My Avatar feature that they launched about a year ago.
I
So
haven't used it. Yeah.
I haven't either. I'm a blind guy, man.
Telegram has that. I made my own avatar on Telegram,
Hmm.
and it's just a kind of a really young likeness of me.
So
Not a greasy fart.
some of you
No.
folks that have been watching Innervision FM and joining us in the Innervision FM universe for a while, then would have probably seen me looking like a cross between Jesus Christ and Charles Manson.
Hmm.
So basically I've shaved today, or tried to shave.
Yeah, right.
Leave a like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Should I keep this as my avatar and grow my beard back, or because
Yeah.
it's going to be a long, cold winter?
Well, yeah, somebody said like next week it's going to start getting cooler, but I don't know. We shall see.
That's right. That's
We
right.
shall see. But
So pictures are important for marketing, for advertising, for getting folks the exposure that they need. It's just as important as putting your music out there. For a blind guy like myself or like Johnny, why it doesn't make a difference to us, but we figured we'd put this in the podcast because
most of our people are probably sighted. Yeah. So yeah.
I got all
Yeah.
choked up there.
Yeah, I joked about the picture, the avatar. And this is something about putting your number in there, because I see there it doesn't say like Innervision. It just has a number on my
but-
sound.
Well, you have a customer number.
So, but I'm always seeing that number. So, okay, so is the outsider people?
That's part of the Web3 thing, I think. That number is going to follow you everywhere you go on the web. Everywhere.
Whether it be YouTube, whether it be
Yeah,
so if you look at your YouTube channel, I think that's going to be similar, or if not the same. So
Okay.
anyway, that's part of what advertising is all about. This way people know how to find you, how to access your brand. All kinds of things go into that. It's not just your music. I think Prince really was instrumental in starting this when he decided he would go by just a symbol, the artist formerly known as Prince, and he put himself out there as a symbol. And people thought, well, heck, everybody can do that. And I don't know. It's just my thinking on that.
Yeah. Now this other one is number 2 is like of course, you want to share your profile across all your profiles and Twitters and all that kind of stuff. And then you want to, I guess, tell your story about what you are, what your music is going. And so and then you ask for reposts, because I heard this. Someone says if you don't ask them to do it, they won't do it.
Right. So when you make a bio, and I'm Alan Colvin, I've been in the music industry since, whatever the year was, 1991. Or you're Johnny Johnson, you've been in the film industry as the first blind film producer, something like that. Once you create your bio, then you ask that folks repost that information so that more folks find out who you are. It just increases your reach.
Now this is one like so Google search optimization use spaces in your username.
Yeah.
Is that like, so if it's a number or use spaces, or if it's Johnny, okay, one of my username is Johnny Posse. So like instead of, and it's all one word. So I'm not sure exactly what this means, like use spaces. But
a lot of times what'll happen is folks will search for things and they won't know what it looks like. So if they're looking for Johnny Posse, for instance, they may not know that you normally like to squish together into one word. So they'll put Johnny space Posse. So the suggestion is when you're optimizing your Google search parameters, that you use spaces so that anybody and everybody can find you no matter what happens. Not only that, let's say you're performing a search on your smart device, like your Amazon Echo or your Google Play device, or even using your smartphone, like your Samsung device or Apple product. If you ask the Google Assistant built into that, what to look for, it's going to automatically try to put spaces in there. So, that's the reason why it mentioned that you want to put spaces in your username.
that's wow. Okay. So plan with, the next one, number 4 is plan with insights, find out where your fan base is, and then, sort of like DM them and let them know, hey, glad that you're here. And I was watching this short video, and he says, fight like hell to get your first 10 purchases. It's like even if it's your family. And I said, no, not the family. The family is like, they say, oh, okay, I like it. Your mom, of course, she. Can you say, hey, mom, can you buy my $10 CD? No. So they say like really push like to get that first 10, because I guess, it just depends. And then I guess you got to keep coming up with like different merch to get your, and then you see what blogs are featuring your stuff, and I think your content, because there's a way you can follow that, to collaborate with other people.
That's right. Yeah,
I know somebody that does that a lot, but he doesn't have the thing set up, which we'll probably talk about Monday, about like you can act. I don't know if they had this before, but because I just now found it, and then I had to get Ira to show me how do I put the metadata in it, and it was just as simple. It wasn't a link. You saw the word metadata and you just clicked on it.
Yeah, it's you have 4 tabs at the top of not at the top of the page, but towards the top of the page, and then you can put in your. Here, let me open that up one time here.
I should give you the
I
ability
can explain it a little better here.
Okay.
So when you're doing this stuff, the idea when you're selling your first 10 is to build your following. I remember back in the day when Innervision FM was brand new and we only had like I think 85 subscribers. First we had 36, something like that. Then we got up to 85. I said, woohoo. And now we're up to, what is it? not quite 2,000 subscribers, but it does take a while. And the big thing was hitting that base. You know what I'm saying? Folks do like to hear things about music. They also like to sometimes hear things about alternative news or different politics news, this type of stuff. So, we're trying to hit everybody in wherever they're at. Did you get that open, Mike?
Yeah, it's at the top of the page. You have basic info. So you have your title, a permanent link for your song,
Right.
Genre. Put the different tags in it underneath that. Then a description. And the description that's where I've been putting the lyrics at.
Right.
Then
Some
there's
people
a
just
caption
put.
underneath that.
Mhm.
And then you can make it public, private, and change that option in it. Then the next tab over is metadata.
Hmm.
And it asks you if it contains music, the artist, the publisher, ISRC, composer, release title, got a buy link, an album title, and all that stuff. Then at the bottom you have a license, whether it's all rights reserved or Creative Commons. Next tab over is going to be permissions, where you can allow your music to be downloaded.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, so that was interesting to find that in there, because I mean I would have never known. I just thought it was just you just a player, and people they find you, and so that really makes it like more. And then that one about the link, if you want to buy the music, I never even thought about that. I said, oh, okay, you could put a link in there. Okay, so
you can also put a link in there for like my PayPal me.
Right, for donations, for all kinds of stuff like that.
That'll be on your home page when people go to see it.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool to find out that little part there, right there.
Periodically they will have at public libraries, things like this, some social media business classes, basically. More often though, they will have these webinars or online seminars, or basically the idea is that you can learn all this stuff. And of course, they do charge for this stuff. So, we want to try to put all the cookies on the lower shelf so that everybody's got access to the big boys, so that everybody's got access to these things. But, we do rely on sponsors, and we do rely on people like yourself. So if you like our content, if you enjoy hearing about some of this stuff, if you hit us up at www.innervisionfm.com, www.innervisionrecords.org, you'll check out Johnny's different endeavors, his podcasting, broadcasting school, as well as ways that you can get a hold of us. And, we could send you some of this stuff in topic form, so that you too can have access to this information. info@innervisionfm.com is the best way to email us and get a hold of us.
Yeah, because right now we're down to about $70. And I think this happened one time, and I said, "Oh man, we're going to just shut down the radio station," and then a grant came in. So it's almost like God says, "Okay, you've been there before. Don't panic. A grant had come in or something like that, and you can." Because it's like I drained all the line of credit, and and it's like, I said, "Okay, God, when are you gonna let the rain come down?" And so it's like,
I put a screenshot of the metadata page.
Oh yes, perfect. Okay, yeah. So you guys could see exactly what it looks like there. Yeah. So it's like it's like it's good to put that information, and so what if somebody starts screaming your music and they want to know how to get in touch with you? Well, if you have your website or your something, something in there, or like I'm doing with all of my artists is like I'm getting the putting in the ISRC codes in there, so they say, oh, that's Innervision, so let me contact them, then they can contact me, then I can contact the artist, say, hey, okay, this this blogger is running your stuff, and so let's see where he's running, and then you never know, like wherever that guy is running it, that's where your audience is at. Because I figure like everybody has audiences somewhere. You just have to find those people and then get control of them by getting their email, phone number, and stuff like that. Oh, this one lady, I was just listening to the podcast. So she's doing a performance on stage, and she says, hey, everybody, could everybody just text this number? So once they do, it grabs their information, so they don't have to go to the CD table or album, the LP table or merch table. She captured I think a lot of the crowd there without them having to go to the table and wait